It's been way too long since my last empties video. I have a lot of products here that I need to talk to you about, whether I think they're worth you spending your money on them, if I would repurchase them, or if I already have, or if I wouldn't. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I think it's been 7 months since I last did an empties video, and I have thrown away some products here and there. I wasn't sure if I was even gonna do another empties video, but I really like watching them myself to hear what people really think about the products that they use up, and I know a lot of you feel the same way, so I thought I would just go ahead and do this one with what I have here. So let's go ahead and get started with some makeup products I see on the top. First is Lottie London Super Fake Mascara. This was new to me in 2023 and I fell in love with it. I actually have another one right here on my vanity that I keep here because I love it. This is a very volumizing, lengthening mascara. It doesn't flake or smudge, and it's drugstore, so you get nice bang for your buck here. This was a great discovery that I will keep in my stash. I think I have one downstairs too. It's a staple mascara. Love it. And we have Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder in the lightest shade. This is light. It appears white, but it's actually just a very sheer translucent shade. There are a few consistent repurchases, Holy Grail products in this bin too. I know some of you like to know if I'm still using those, and if you're a new subscriber, a new viewer, you may have never heard me talk about these before. I have dry under eyes with texture and fine lines, and powder can be tricky. This one is very sheer. It doesn't exaggerate any of those issues. I use other powders sometimes, and I do like some other ones, but this one is just my no-fail under eye powder that I always keep in my life. A little goes a long way. And because of that, and because it's so sheer, it doesn't look powdery. I also like the compact size for travel. So when this goes on sale, when Sephora has their sale or Pat McGrath has a sale, I usually pick one up to keep in reserve because I don't like being without this. So I'm just reaching in this bin and pulling out the first thing I see. This is Kerastase Fresh Affair Refreshing Dry Shampoo. This smells really good. I know a lot of you really like this one. This has vitamin E and rice starch, and it says it's a fine fragrance root and hair refresher for all hair types. It's oil absorbing and of course refreshes your hair as a dry shampoo should. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the other dry shampoos that are in here. I also have Eva NYC Freshen Up Invisible Dry Shampoo. This one is powered by rice starch and argan oil. And I think I got this from Target or Ulta. I can't remember. Very different price points here. And I have 2 cans of Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. So let's talk about these two first, since I have talked about that Living Proof dry shampoo many times. So in the video where I shared this for the first time, the Eva NYC, I remember saying I loved how good it smelled. It just smells divine, but it just didn't function that well for me, not nearly as well as my Holy Grail dry shampoo. So I didn't think I would repurchase it again. But since you're using up the can, I've changed my tune. So even though it doesn't absorb oil and greasy hair through the duration of a full day, what I like using this for is when I shower at night and I want to make sure that I don't wake up in the morning with greasy roots, because if you have fine hair, that can happen. So I'll just spray a little bit of this in my hair at night on those nights, and when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any greasiness or anything, and it does what it's supposed to do. So this is kind of my preventative dry shampoo of choice, I think, because it is at a good price point and it smells so good. Now, I don't plan on repurchasing Kerastase. I know this is a lot of people's favorite, but for me, the main thing about it is how good it smells, but it doesn't keep the grease away nearly as well as my Holy Grail, which is Living Proof. This specific Living Proof, this actually cleans your hair and absorbs odors and greasiness, dirt, and it doesn't take away the shine in your hair in the process. It doesn't leave you with that kind of dull looking gray cast. It adds a little bit of volume too. I feel like I'm actually cleaning my hair with something rather than coating my hair with something when I use this, and I can go longer during the day with this dry shampoo than other dry shampoos. So now let's see what we have. I have 2 pharmacy cleansing balms in 2 different, I was about to call these flavors, they're not flavors. They are scents. We have strawberry shortcake clean and sweet apple clean. I enjoyed both of these scents, and the original pharmacy makeup cleansing balm is one of my favorites, and I'm actually using one right now in my bathroom. Would I go out of my way to purchase a scent over the original? No. I do prefer, however, the original to the unscented. For some reason, the unscented doesn't rinse away as easily. It leaves kind of a film, whereas the original and then the ones with the scents that they come out with don't. They rinse away cleanly, which is something I look for in a cleansing balm, and that's one reason why I do love pharmacy makeup melt away cleansing balm. It takes away all my makeup. It doesn't sting my sensitive eyes. It rinses away cleanly with no residue. And I find their scents to be nice and refreshing when I'm doing that initial first step cleanse before I go in with my regular cleanser. So yeah, I enjoyed these. Okay, I have another cleanser. This is the M61 Power Glow Pro Plus Cleanse. This is an anti-aging niacinamide and neuropeptide milky cleanser with glycolic, salicylic, and lactic acid. It's supposed to brighten and retexturize your skin, and it's got biodegradable jojoba beads. I kind of remember it had this soft kind of minty scent to it. Yeah, I do remember that. And I used it up because I felt like I should, but it wasn't my favorite cleanser. I did not like it, but I didn't love it either. Not like my Tatcha the rice wash, which I love. I think what I discovered after using this is that if I have an exfoliating cleanser, I prefer the grit, the granules to be very fine. And this was more of, I don't know, it had kind of a slippy texture with some intermittent granules. I liked the way my skin felt after, but I just didn't really love the experience of using it, so I'm not going to repurchase this one. Oh, we have a hand cream. This is one of my favorites that I have not repurchased yet because I have other hand creams that I need to use up first, but I would repurchase this, or I will if I ever run out of my stash of hand creams. This is Skin Fix Eczema Plus Hand Repair Cream. This is so good. I am very, very particular about hand creams. They need to moisturize thoroughly, but not leave me feeling like I have sticky or greasy product on my hands. And it's a bonus if they also moisturize my cuticles too. And this does everything I want, plus it's unscented. The ingredients in here are really, really nice. It says right on here, it's clinically proven to help treat eczema and dry, cracked skin on hands and improve skin moisturization up to 111%. Skin Fix, the brand, is known for improving your skin barrier health, and they do that with all their products. I hate having dry hands, and I can't tell you how many times I've tried a hand lotion and just give it to somebody or put it to the side because it's just not satisfactory. This one is one of my favorites. This is Living Proof Humidity Shield. Is it anti-frizz, zero frizz, whatever, no frizz? It is the greatest, or it was the greatest product for spraying on your hair after it was styled, just like you would spray a hairspray, but instead of giving you hold, it just gave you this invisible humidity shield. I live in New Orleans. It's the humidity capital of everywhere, and I need frizz protection, and this was it. It also didn't make my hair fall flat immediately. It gave me a little bit of shine in the process too, and it's gone. There is nothing else out there like it, and they don't have a substitute for it either, from what I've seen, unless it's just not released yet. So unfortunately, this is a product I liked, but can no longer buy. This is a fantastic drugstore moisturizer. This is a nice big bottle that I loved. I shared this initially in an Amazon video, I think last year, and I referenced it in my last Amazon video because I'm now using a Curel body lotion that I also love, but has a completely different texture. I'll link both of those videos down below and up in a card. So this is Eucerin Advanced Repair Lotion. It strengthens your skin's moisture barrier. I have very dry body skin that can get kind of ashy if I don't use the right products. And this does a great job, and it has a nice light texture. It's not a thick, heavy cream that makes you feel sticky. It says it provides immediate and 48-hour moisture. It's got ceramide 3 and natural moisturizing factors, and it's fragrance free. I love a high-end bougie body moisturizer or body cream, but they can be pricey with the amount that you apply to your entire body. And so I like keeping these drugstore body lotions on hand to use in between to lengthen the amount of time I can hold on to my high-end products. And sometimes I'll use just these. Sometimes I don't touch high-end for a while and I'll just use these. This is a great one if you have dry body skin like I do. I love it. Okay, I just pulled out 3 Glow Recipe products. We have the Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream, speaking of body lotions, Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream, and Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum. I've shared both of these face products recently in skincare videos or anti-aging videos. I will link you to relevant videos for that. I have one that is alternatives to Botox and filler, and I have another one that is my skincare routine. And I talk in depth about this particular product, but basically it's a peptide serum that has kind of a thin lotiony texture. It absorbs and sinks into your skin so beautifully. This agrees with my sensitive skin so nicely. It wears well under makeup. I'm using another peptide serum right now, but every time I reach for it, I keep secretly wishing I had this again. But I'm trying to use some things that I have in my stash and not just rebuy when I have perfectly good products that I do like, but my heart is really here. I love this so much. So if you're looking for a good peptide serum, it is really nice. And this Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream worked so beautifully for my sensitive combination skin with rosacea. I get a shine in my T-zone. I preferred this at night, but I think if you have normal to dry skin, you would probably do well with this day and night. Even though it has a nice light kind of gel cream consistency, it absorbs very easily and it just hydrates beautifully. Now I do have the refill for this in my closet. I'm just trying to use some other things first, but I do love how hydrated and plump this makes my skin look and feel without heaviness or greasiness. And there are some lovely ingredients in here that my skin just seems to love. I feel like the Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream is kind of a sleeper hit for Glow Recipe. The ratings are really good for this. This was very creamy, very smooth. It's got AHA from hibiscus and it's got hyaluronic acid and some other nice ingredients. And it has this really light, kind of creamy watermelon scent, if that's possible. I just remember it had this very silky, smooth texture and it left my skin feeling really nice since it exfoliated and hydrated all in one. I have not repurchased this because, again, I'm going through some other things that I'm using first, which is kind of the nature of what we do, but I think this would be a very good giftable product too. If you're wanting something to treat yourself with, this is a great body lotion. Loved it. I finally finished my backup of Origin's Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay in the old packaging. I had this full new bottle when they launched the new packaging, so I needed to use this up before I could start using one of the new ones. This has been one of my holy grail, if not my holy grail clay mask for a long time. Most clay masks dry your skin out, but this one doesn't. It clears and refines my skin and leaves it looking brighter and more energized, if that's even possible. I always notice a difference the next morning after using this the night before, but my skin has never dried out. It's just such a lovely product that I think I've had in my life for definitely double-digit years. It takes me a while to use one of these up because I'm using different masks all the time, but it's finally in my empties. Lola V Glossing Detangler. We have another hair product here. I repurchased this as soon as this started running low and it wasn't spraying quite the same. Prior to this, I wasn't using a detangler because I really just didn't feel the need, but now that I'm using it, I can tell when I skip this. My hair obviously does not brush out as easily and it's just not as manageable. So this is not just a detangler. It also primes your hair with a thermal shield. It enhances shine, it smooths and protects. It just does a lot of good for my hair anyway. I use this with other LolaVie products and I've just really been enjoying them. I keep talking about hair products. I'm having one of the worst hair days I've had in a long time. You win some, you lose some, but I know what I like, you know? Usually in these empties videos, there are a lot of great products that really work out for me because that's usually what I go through, with a few exceptions, of course. So next up we have Indie Lee Coenzyme Q10 Toner with aloe and hyaluronic acid. This is an alcohol-free toner that's very soothing and refreshing. I spray this either directly onto my face and chest area in the morning after I cleanse, or I spray it onto a cotton round and swipe it on. It's soothing and refreshing and hydrating, but it doesn't make me so hydrated that it exacerbates oil production or anything like that during the day. It's just the perfect level of everything, and I love the way it smells. It's got a nice refreshing scent to it. It's just a pleasure to use. It's in a lovely glass bottle. I did repurchase this as soon as this ran out. This was a must-have. I've become, I feel like, almost dependent on it. I just love that experience in the morning. I feel like this is the longest period of time I've been using one consistent shampoo and conditioner without rotating another one in to take its place for a period of time. This is Briogeo Destined for Density Caffeine and Biotin Peptide Density Shampoo. The conditioner is still in my shower going strong. I use more shampoo than conditioner on my fine hair, and I do have the new shampoo going in there right now that I replaced this with. Now this has the ingredients that I stated up front, but it also has copper peptides, zinc, vitamin E, and green coffee oil to stimulate the scalp and to support healthier, fuller, thicker looking hair. And since I've been using this, I just feel like normally my hair looks nice and full. It stays shiny looking. A lot of times volumizing shampoos and conditioners can dry out the links of your hair, and shampoos and conditioners that give you shine can weigh your hair down. And I feel like this gives me that perfect balance. And I've really been trying to use products or focus on hair products that stimulate the scalp to minimize shedding and thinning. And I was looking really thin at my part for a while, and this is one of the things that I incorporated that has really helped. It's lightweight, there's no residue, and I really like it. So I'm continuing to use it. I probably should rotate something in for good measure just to mix things up, but it's been a staple for a while. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Empties videos. Do you find them helpful? Do you want to still see them every few months to know what stays, what goes, what I repurchase, what I don't, and that kind of thing? If you enjoyed this and found it helpful, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. I have some dupes coming soon. I'm testing some new products, and I'll have a new foundation roundup with some new foundations I've been testing in it, as well as a concealer roundup coming soon. Lots of good things. I reviewed a bunch of products that I've really been liking lately. You can check that out here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.